Oh, wow. Look at us.
Well, we did it.
We did it.
In. I love
we
it.
walked 3 paces and sat on chairs.
Oh, we are so
I think that's it. Let's get out of here.
Here we go.
Have you ever wondered, am I the asshole? Welcome to Who's the Asshole, a Grindr podcast where we're not just talking, we're getting into it. I'm your host, Katya, and I'm here to probe deep into your juiciest, messiest stories. So bend over, ladies, because I want to see the receipts. Who's the asshole? Today's guest is most known for their work on Big Mouth and Human Resources. In 2020, they started a mentorship program for aspiring Black writers in animation. They're also known for their Messy Mondays Instagram series turned Substack, where messy patrons send in their juiciest questions about love, sex, and dating. Writer, actor, sexual wellness advocate, author, all-around sex pot, wonderful human being. You could say they are the total package, and you would not be wrong. They are not one to shy away from promiscuous conversations, and I cannot wait to pick their brain. Please welcome Brandon Kyle Goodman to Who's the Asshole? A beacon of shining light. Oh my God. So, first of all, hello, and second of all, how are you?
Hello. Hi. I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. That looks like a to me. Is that on purpose?
How dare you? What? Oh no, this is a rotary telephone.
Oh,
yeah. Which I mean, back in the day, before the internet, before electricity,
yes,
that was the.
That was it.
Yeah, rotary.
That's what we used.
Have you ever used a rotary phone?
Yes. My grandmother had one in the kitchen. It takes forever.
But you know what it does? It teaches you how to gather your thoughts.
Yes.
Be succinct, concise. You go after all that. You're just like, hey. You and then you
hang up. Yeah. Patience. It really teaches you patience. Yeah. I love that.
So I noticed by your blouse that you are pro
everything.
Well, I don't see Chinese aphrodisiac cooking over there. But we got love, choice, black, brown, trans, queer.
The French. Well, that's the fancy, the French in here.
Love it. I love that spelling. It really elevates it.
That's why I love it. That's why I did it. I also kind of redefined it for myself, which is someone who commits to the sexual liberation of themselves and others by thoughtfully interrogating their relationship to sex using curiosity, communication, and compassion.
Okay, PhD.
Yes, honey.
You just did a manifesto, a thesis, and a poem.
A manifesto. I got you, baby. Yes, French. There we go. You got it.
Damn. Yes. All right. So I noticed you're not pro gay.
No, hate the gays, honey.
Mama, that's where we share a lot in common.
Homophobic, baby.
You should do like the truth or like the some kind of like
I'm doing a show called The Church. I'm doing a live show. Called The Church, where I'm gonna tell all my sex stories.
Preach the gospel.
Yes, preach the gospel.
Is your sex life vibrant, vivacious, and poppin'?
Vibrant, vivacious, and poppin'. It is all three.
Great.
A VVP. Yes.
You're really thriving.
I'm trying.
I think you're picking up the slack for a lot of people, myself included, who are having dreary, awful experiences this year.
I gotta help you all. Yeah.
What is the secret to remaining so joyful and exuberant?
Community.
Oh, they were going to say drugs. I was like, community? Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
I mean, with a touch of something. But yeah, community.
Okay.
Which you can also say, C apostrophe, community, you know? Come on. I'm all about them puns, baby.
Reinventing the English language for the betterment of everybody's sexuality and well-being.
That's what I'm talking about, yes.
Oh, damn. What do you think about And Just Like That?
What do I think about it?
What do you think about Chay Diaz?
I'm a fan.
You are a fan.
Yes, I have notes. I have thoughts about it, but yes.
Chay Diaz, in their own way, is like a freedom fighter.
Yes.
Challenging the limits of what annoying behavior is.
The beauty of a Chay Diaz is that I think that non-binary and queer characters should be flawed.
Of course.
Do you know? We can't be perfect. And so I think that Chay Diaz has riled so many people up is actually good. It means that we're getting closer to equity and equality.
I think you're absolutely right. I love gay villains or queer villains.
Yes.
I mean, because most of the queer people I know are very villainous.
I mean,
they
my
are dark-sided.
friends, yes.
They have very low
Petty, got jokes.
petty
They'll drag you.
community.
I mean, community.
Okay,
Yes.
let's get back on track because we have a lot to talk about. So you're most known for your writing and voice acting on Big Mouth and Human Resources. I feel
Yes, tell me.
that voice acting has got to be the best job in the world.
It's the best. You don't have to worry about what you look like or dress. It's very quick.
What do you stroll up in?
You just
silk teddy,
basically
marabou
some
bedroom
PJs,
slippers.
a little cape or something. Doesn't matter.
No, really. What do you just go up in like?
I just wear gym clothes.
And how long does it take each? Like, what's the average day at the voice actors?
It just depends on how much you're in the episode. So sometimes, if the character is the lead story, then I'm, there for a little bit. But other than that,
Sometimes you're just like and that's it.
literally they come in and they're like, can you laugh? Can you scream? Can you do a little cry sound? And then goodbye.
Get the hell out of here.
Absolutely, it's lovely.
I love that.
And that clears every time, and we love that.
We love a non-bouncing check.
That's
we love
all
a
I ever
sturdy,
want.
stable check that
Yes,
clears.
a stable check, unlike my mental health. But
Now, the stupid question.
Yes, please.
I have done limited voice work, and it's usually with just me, but other times there's other co-stars like in another booth.
Okay, yeah.
Is it just you?
It's just me. So like before COVID, sometimes we would be able to get paired together, which is the most fun because then you're riffing with each other. But post-COVID, it became everyone was in their own thing. So I do miss being in like the big booth with everyone and being able to vibe, but you still get good takes.
I saw this French movie called Human Resources in college. It was a riveting drama about making the 35-hour work week in Paris. I think it was perhaps the most boring film I've ever seen in my life.
Got it.
I love a French movie. Talk to me about your human resources. I doubt it's that boring.
Our human resources is so fun and nasty. And what I loved about the show was that it tackled everybody. Instead of the teenagers in Big Mouth, it was like, let's talk about adults, let's talk about old age, let's talk about death, birth.
No one is safe.
No one is safe.
What's the nastiest thing you said on that show?
Me? It wasn't me, but I always think about one of my work wife, Mitra Juhari, had this line which was about and it was something along the lines of put a booger up there, and when you come back, if it's not there, then you know that she's also like been elsewhere, something like that. It's a much better line. When she said it in the room, the audible,
You're like,
put it in, write it down. Yes. And it made it. It was wonderful.
have you ever done the sniff test on a lover, a potential?
Always, you have to.
Yeah.
I think a sniff test is
I think
important.
there's several layers or levels to the sniff test.
Sure.
You got to
Tell me what your layers are.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, if I'm down that area, say I'm doing a kind of thing.
Yes.
And then I go south a little bit, I get a general ambiance.
Yes.
I'm wafting, I'm getting the bouquet of the whole area.
Yes, the aroma.
And then I need to make visual confirmation.
fair.
I have to have eyes on the ground.
Eyes on
I
that
have to-
hole. Yeah.
And then I do a very subtle swipe.
Yes. All
And
it
it's
takes is
a swipe, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like,
dainty.
I part my hair, and then which I don't have,
Relatable.
and then you kind of just have to take the plunge and
Yeah.
then just dive in with your tongue. Did any of the situations on human resources come from your personal experience?
On human resources, no, because some of it, I mean, I will say that Walter, the character I play, the love bug, one of his clients who's an older woman who dies in the series, which you should know by now because it came out. I had a really emotional reaction to that scene when she passes because it was like, oh, I didn't get to say goodbye to my grandmother. And so I get to do this through this character. Cool. So that was beautiful. But everything else was about things that I just have not experienced. Like, Ali Wong plays Becca, who gives birth in the show. The whole line is about giving birth, and I do not have kids, nor do I want them.
Imagine getting your ripped open and having a child.
No, I have so much respect. Come on.
How about this injustice that not only are women they can't breastfeed at TJ Maxx, They
should be allowed to. There should be a section.
Not only
everywhere.
that, there should be statues of
Yes,
women
yes.
breastfeeding, like fountains with
Yes.
breast milk pouring out in
Absolutely.
every square.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like breast pumps
You should wake up and worship the breast milk coming out of the statues. Absolutely.
Not these like limited edition Yeezys and Nikes. Breast pumps
Breast
on
pumps.
Melrose. People should be
Absolutely.
outside queuing in line for breast pumps.
Free breast pumps, free tampon, like just
Yeah.
like any
tampons falling from the sky.
Come on.
Yaz. You know Yaz.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to play a lovely game. As a wise bottom once said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them, and I want to know more about yours. So we're going to go through some behaviors and decide, is it Polish or not? Okay. Sex in the bathroom of a gymnasium.
Acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like out in the locker room or in...
No, I mean, I feel like finds a private place. You want to,
Okay.
because
Not on the pull-up machine.
I mean, maybe. Hey, I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, I think find a, if it happens, it happens. And, you know, but like in a private space so that it's consensual in terms
Of
of, like, I'm
course,
not
of
going to let
course.
just random people see my
Yeah, yeah,
penis. Yeah.
It's a very natural thing to do after you work out.
Yeah,
and everybody's
listen.
naked right there. It's like, hey, oh my God, you have a so do I. Wow.
Let's do something about it. Let's help each other. Community.
Let's help each other and let's,
Yes.
even put
And
on a
let's, yeah, for sure.
Okay, expecting brunch after a one-night stand, assuming it went well.
Expecting brunch after a one night stand?
I'm not sure if this is like going out to brunch or demanding that they cook you one. Yeah. Eggs Florentine, fresh squeezed orange juice. I'll take a flat white and
Yeah, I think unacceptable. Unless it was like one of those one night stands where your hearts connect.
Well, there's
and
love. Yeah, it's a
there's
love
like,
connection.
Yeah, then sure. But if it's not that, like, girl, you're supposed to. You're not even here for
You're not
brunch.
even going to stay over the night. You're like,
Yeah.
You could get brunch by yourself tomorrow. Yeah.
Like, make a resi.
What about this? Poppers on the dance floor. Oh my God, we are really going to come to blows over this.
Tell me why you're against it.
Well,
Are you
let's
against
see.
it?
Oh, actually, I'm not. I'm vehemently against smoking on the dance floor.
Sure.
Back in my day, we used to, like, at the goth club, people smoke, and goth people dance like this. So, like, everybody's getting burnt. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But poppers, people are not doing that.
Yeah.
It's a little more discreet. I think it's a little tacky.
I always like smile when I start to smell it because I'm like, okay, go off, sisters. Like,
That lovely fragrance,
that
of
fragrance, you're like,
caustic chemical video.
I'm like, all right, girls, get it. Have fun.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
guess. You're so open-minded. I love you. Asking if someone can pee on you.
I think that's lovely. Ask.
Yeah, ask
don't
away.
just do it. Oh
Ask
my God,
away,
but
yeah.
ask.
Ask away.
I love that.
A forever obsession with high school theater, that's not a Polish thing at all.
Oh, what high school theater? Like when you did high school theater, or like theater that is specifically produced at high school,
Or maybe High School Musical.
Oh, okay.
Not wanting to move on.
From the Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens of it all.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a red flag for me
I think
personally.
that's a huge,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
big red
Let it go.
drape. Yeah, it's like
let it go.
private albums that are just full of face pics.
Why a private album full of face pics?
I mean,
Like a
you're
hidden
assuming to
folder?
see like hole,
yeah,
spread,
yeah.
prone.
That's what's in the hidden
supine.
folder.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Centerfold.
Face pics.
I think that is so corny and
Yeah.
punishable by jail time.
I agree with you. I would be a witness on that in that case.
Yeah, what if you're like chatting with a guy, hot and heavy, he's like, here's my album. And it's literally just like
Oh.
blurry, half of them are blurry.
When they're blurry, I get very
yeah,
nervous.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
And then the
quality,
last
please.
one is a video of him like with the camera's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, I really think when you are taking those photos, like quality over quantity, please. Like wipe your lens. Invest.
Every 6 months. You don't have to be Annie Leibovitz, but
Yes.
you have to take some care and attention. Find a friend.
Find a friend.
Everybody knows how to use a camera.
Come on.
They can figure out your best angles. You got to put
Ask
your
a
best
friend,
foot
phone a
forward.
friend, absolutely.
Phone a
Community,
friend and
again.
have them take pictures of your business.
whole, yeah.
What
I
about
think it's a real friendship. If your friend can like take, I actually, one of my best friends did do this. He took not my whole, but had me in the
nudity.
bathroom and the nudity, and I was like, these are gorgeous photos.
Did it turn erotic?
Me and my friend? No.
Oh,
That's
no.
like sibling.
okay.
But I did get laid from those photos. So
There you go. I think you have to, like, we're often not the best, like, we're too critical of ourselves.
Yes.
So I think it's the best. You should have your friend make your profile.
Period.
And then another friend do your photos.
They should
And then have
approve
a
everything.
third party review everything.
it's very vulnerable, but
Yeah.
you get the best results.
And also, they're going to see the best in you, perhaps that you won't see in yourself, unless you're a delusional sociopath.
Unless you're a delulu, yeah.
You're like, I'm the best person that ever lived.
Have you ever met those people?
Yes.
Yes, they're awful.
Drag queens, hello. Yeah. At least half of the people I work with are living on planets somewhere else.
Somewhere in fantasy, honey.
We have put the feelers out. People have called in with some stories, and we have to determine whether their behavior is flagrant enough to label them an
Okay, gorge.
pretty simple.
I love this. I love getting to
Tina?
judge.
Bring me the phone.
It moves?
That is Marvel.
That's
Watch out.
Come on.
All right, let's hear the first one.
So I remember one time I was hooking up with these two dudes, not at the same time, but separately at different occasions. Boy A, I started seeing first. We were hooking up for about 2 weeks, and then I met boy B, and then I was hooking up with him. I was hooking up with boy A. One day, boy B says, "Hey, I have the place to myself. Like, do you want to come over? We can chill, hang out all day. No one's going to bother us." And I'm like, cool, awesome. Go over to boy B's house. We're in his room doing the thing. And then we hear someone trying to get in. And we're like, what the is that? And he's like, oh, it's my boyfriend. And I was like, what do you mean it's your boyfriend? What do you mean? So I'm trying to rush and grab my and get the out of there. But then I try to go out the window, and guess who the it is? Boy A.
Of course it is.
Boy A was using me to cheat on boy B, and then boy B found out about it, and then boy B hit me up to get back at him. So am I the asshole?
I do not believe he is.
No,
he is a victim of entrapment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A and B deserve each other.
Yes, A and B are assholes, and
Yes.
they deserve to like dodge lasers, robbing banks. This
Absolutely,
is,
yes.
crazy.
Yes, the Bonnie and Clyde of the...
Oh my God. What would you do in that scenario? I'd be like,
Who am I? Am I A, B, or am I the
you're
caller?
C.
If
that
I'm
guy.
C? If I'm C, honestly, I'm gagged, I'm goofed, I'm honored to be...
No. You'd be like, so I think you guys need to duke it out. Get naked. Prove your,
Prove
who's
your
hotter.
worth. Who's hotter? Yeah. I
Do
would
like
actually be
a-
honored that I was a pawn in this.
Yeah.
Unless I, had feelings for one of them.
I'd probably just hit the road. Like, y'all need to take care of this.
Yes. I mean, I might stay for a little bit just to hear.
Yeah, a couple handies,
Yeah.
and then you just hit the road.
Hit the road.
Okay.
Handies and hit the road,
So
for sure.
you are not an asshole, but you are you need to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Okay, next caller.
So I just had this dude over at my house, and a little bit older. I was trying to loosen him up a little bit with my fingers, and then I go to check my phone. It's ringing. I go wash my hands, turn my back for 2 seconds, and he all over my Turkish wool rug, like shooting out. People matter, and
What else?
I was like, what? Oh, dude. And I was like, they're going to have, and he said, oh, I'm sorry. Let me go get, I was like, I'm going to throw this rug away. It was like $200. And
That ain't wool.
he goes to his truck to go get the money. I think I'm just speeding down with his engine or whatever he had in the back. Country boy got up and left, started humping it out of there. So I'm out this rug. I might just burn it. But yeah, my
Definitely
loss.
don't hang it up as a
Next
tapestry.
time, only hiring professional bottoms. Cheers, Grindr. Thanks for everything.
You are a victim of a run.
Yeah.
A and run.
Wait, I didn't understand. He him, went to wash his hands, and then he came back.
Then I checked my phone, which
Yes.
of course that's a part of sex nowadays. It's like,
Just-
yeah, this is great. This is great.
Yeah,
Anyways,
okay.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, Turkish wool, that's $6,000, $200.
$200.
That's a synthetic
Right.
IKEA rug. Don't worry about it. But that doesn't recuse him of the horrible,
But
flagrant, projectile
That's what I'm
Fecal?
trying to understand. It's a projectile. It's just like,
Fecal graffiti.
do you think, oh, maybe he probably tried to push something and then
I think he had an agenda.
you think he was there to
scatological
shit
agenda.
He hated that rug.
Oh my
As soon as he
God. It
walked
was a
in.
design.
Absolutely.
It had nothing to do with sex. It was like, though that print in that texture.
Synthetic.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
I feel like that's something Martha Stewart would encourage. Like, if you go to a guy's house and it's not a silk wool rug, oh my God. I kind of don't believe that. That is really, really wild.
It's a wild story.
I mean, because he said it was like, it's raining. Like, it was not
that
just like.
seems like I would know that that's coming and I would want to go to the bathroom.
Clear and present danger. It would there would not be a mystery.
Not so clear.
It's not like the storm. Oh, the storm came out of nowhere.
Right.
It was like, no, you had like diarrhea on deck.
Yeah.
And somebody just
like loosened it up.
Sorry,
oh,
this
wow.
is so gross. If you guys are if eating at home, please stop. If you already haven't.
It's a little too late, babe.
I mean, you're not an asshole. You're a victim of cheap rugs.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Or maybe they did maybe the bottom did you a favor.
Oh my God, I love your ability to look on the bright side of everything. Like, what exactly would the favor be?
I'm optimistic that rug was ugly and had to go.
He elevated his taste.
Absolutely.
He cleaned house.
Absolutely.
And then he upped his standards.
There you go.
I will
Raise
no
the bar.
longer accept rugs with all over
Yes.
them. Yeah.
And the bottom said, I have standards of who I'm in, what kind of places I
realize.
And this is not the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
Next segment. So we got to talk about the digital sexual marketplace.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Are you on the grid?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is that going for you?
Depends on where we are. You
Okay.
know, like depends on what location.
West
we're
Hollywood
in.
versus Tuscaloosa.
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 I don't know where that is, but yeah.
It's a hole, and you would absolutely be at the top of the top.
Great.
Of the top.
See, then I do great there. West Hollywood, yeah. I prefer to be outside of LA on the grid, but
Yeah.
I'm, LA sometimes.
LA is tough because everybody who was a 10 or a 9 from their town moved here, and then they're like, oh.
Everyone's always looking for somebody else. It's the comparison situation. Like they can't be with you. They're like looking for better. And you're like, girl.
Novelty is
Yes.
actually the most sought after trait. So if you're kind of ugly, great.
Girl.
Because you're different.
And if you're new to town.
Oh, please.
Oh my
You've got 3
God.
weeks of just blown out. You're going to be
Absolutely.
ran through.
Absolutely.
Ran
And then
through.
that
Make
whole
no
never
other
touch again.
plans.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I actually think that is a really interesting point because novelty is the most sought after kind of dopamine rush. It's like, what is next? What's new?
What has no one else had that I can
Yeah.
have? It like seeps into the grid for sure.
So you're Brad Pitt. That doesn't impress me much.
No.
But you're, Bob Regular. I don't know who that
That
is.
is.
Ooh, who are
now
you?
I'm
Come
intrigued.
on in.
Yes, yeah. It is very much that.
In this segment, we're going to ask a very important question of ourselves. Are we assholes?
Ooh, okay.
I know you're not, but maybe I am.
I might be a little bit.
So let's get on the basics. What is if you're comfortable, tell me
Yes.
about your kinkiest Grindr hookup.
This was in, I think, Amsterdam.
Of course.
Of course. But it was the first time peeing in somebody's mouth, and I didn't know that you learn about this. You have to, regulate how, you can't let your full stream come through because they gag.
Waterboarding.
Yeah. So you really learn this. You have to control it and do a little bit at a time.
Pelvic floor.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
little bit of the Kegel action. So I learned.
The power of the stream depends on where you're directing that stream.
Yes.
Me, on the other hand, I loved the first time I got my asshole on. Sorry, that's so vulgar. This had a fire hose level stream. He was so not shy. He is a wonderful. My heart goes out to him.
Yeah.
He's a big kinkster, and he was like, "I got to." So I was like, "Oh my God, let's go in the shower. You on my asshole."
Yeah.
He's like, "Absolutely."
Love it.
Not a hesitation. I get down. Bam! Before I even get situated,
Yes,
it's
like a
Mr.
water
Ed.
hose
It is
for that.
it is a fire hose. I thought it was going to get blown out of the bathroom.
Oh my God. Did you like that?
I loved it.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Is he hitting directly the hole?
It was like he was a
hole?
master archer. He should have been in the Olympics or
Like a target.
what do you call that?
Archery sport.
Fireman.
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 Sure, yeah.
He was putting out the fire in my
your yeah.
but not in it.
That's what I was asking. So you're not going in,
it.
just on it. Well, how are you positioned? Are you hands up? Are you on
I
all
was
fours?
basically I was like this.
Okay, yes, sure. And he's Katya, this
No, there's no ass. There's no ass.
Oh, there is. Okay, so, and he's standing over it and just like.
And he was just like, it started immediately.
Are you holding your cheeks open? I'm sorry, I have questions. Are you holding your cheeks open?
No, I think I was doing, I think I was reading a book. No, no, I wasn't holding. I think I was just bracing because I was like expecting him to be like kind of, it's going to take him a while to get started.
Got it. No, he was ready.
This mother has been peeing on people's butts professionally for years.
Yeah.
Okay, what is on your sex playlist?
Ooh, right now, Spin, Megan Thee Stallion, and Victoria Monet. A lot of Victoria Monet.
Okay.
I also love an album, like Renaissance, wonderful to to. SZA SOS, wonderful to. And then if I'm feeling like a Glorilla, Glorilla puts me in a real state. Like, if you put on some Glorilla, my becomes very gorilla grip, you know what I'm saying? I'll squeeze.
That is not getting released at all.
I'm gonna do something to it. I'm gonna do something good to that. Yeah.
Gorilla grip, like pliers on the.
Just like,
damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze.
You know, for like 3 years, I listened to Baduism by Erykah Badu.
Oh, yes.
Because I was having a sexual journey, discovery thing. It's a great album.
I love it.
Sex or no sex?
No sex, yeah.
Do you prefer an pick or a pick? And what's the right etiquette for both? Like, set up the context, sending and receiving pick, and which do you prefer?
Well, I'm versed, so like it depends on what the mood is, if we're gonna be versed, if I'm topping or bottoming. So I don't have a preference. I do love to see the because no matter what, I do love to suck.
Okay.
Like, so even if I'm topping, I enjoy a in the mouth, so I'd love to know what it looks like. But if I'm gonna top, I really need to see that.
I need to see that. It's like
For
a resume.
sure. Yeah,
it's like you're getting hired. We need to go through the references.
Yes.
We need to go through experience. What other jobs have you had? It's like, I really need to get all the information I can.
All of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's because we've had moments where it didn't live up to what you thought it was going to be.
We've had
There's
trauma.
some trickery, yeah.
There's some
bamboozling. Some boozling, yeah.
I don't like pics.
Okay, you don't like pics. Tell me why. What do they do? They're funny.
They're so ugly. I mean, it's like, just give me a ballpark. Are you elevator button or like kielbasa?
Got it.
I need to know.
You just want the size.
I need to know like what the night is going to turn into.
Do you prefer length or girth or
give
both?
me a 3-inch.
Honestly,
Yeah.
people.
Anything longer than 6 inches, I was like, you are on a journey that you don't want to be on.
I want to be on that journey always.
Really?
Yeah,
The drain snaked like
yeah,
a
12, 13, like we're like, I'll do it. It's fun.
second, they're up in the esophagus. They're in the ileocecal
I want
valve.
to know that you're here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
talking jejunum.
yeah, baby, I want to like throw up.
Yeah.
Your exactly.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Great.
But also a 3-inch, absolutely also great. I've learned that the penises that are what we would culturally call smaller, actually those people down because people underestimate them. And so they
have to learn other parts.
Yeah,
they're not
they know
going in
them
with
real
one
well.
trick.
Yeah,
They know how to garden. They know how to do their taxes. They know how they do everything. Yeah.
everything. I feel like there's so much pressure around penis sizes, and we need to.
Penises are overrated.
They're overrated.
We got lips, we got fingers, we got
There's so many
butts,
other things.
we got
If your sex is just about the penis and the hole, you're not doing it right. I'll tell you that.
Girl, love
on.
it. Love a little thigh.
Yes.
Okay.
A little between the toes, too.
Oh, well, for the micro penises, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you're from NYC. You moved to LA. Do you love New York? What is the best thing about New York? Top 3 best things about New York?
Food, for sure. I think also just like the people. I know we have a bad rap, but like culturally, there's like people just have interesting lives and interesting to talk about. And
I love New Yorkers.
Yeah.
They're better than Bostonians for sure.
I don't know much about Bostonians.
Trash.
Okay, got it. Noticed.
Scum of the earth will not help you.
Got it.
Will run you over.
Love it.
But
Gonna
New
visit next
Yorkers
year.
get that rap, but they're actually quite helpful and
So helpful, yeah.
They're on the move. But
there's a lot going on, but and I think also the energy. Like you just feel like you feel like people are on a mission, and like it's inspiring in that. Like people.
Yeah,
came
well, I
there
mean,
to do
when the
something.
price per square footage is
Baby.
about Beyonce level,
Come on,
you better be on it. If you want to stay in New York.
Do you watch Owning Manhattan on Netflix?
I couldn't dare.
Oh my God.
It's so depressing.
Depressing and lovely and wonderful.
There's only like 3 people who live in New York now. Pharrell, Beyonce, and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah,
That's it.
Sarah's holding the West Village down.
That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. What is the biggest difference that you've noticed between Grindr in New York and Grindr in LA?
Oh.
This is
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you because it's like, he's 34 feet away, too far. That's New York. That's New York.
Yes.
Oh, he's 13 feet away. It's a little too far.
I really love when they're in the building. That's
They're always in the building. Are you joking? The grid is 600 square feet.
Yeah, but if I had to like walk to another building, that's crazy.
Here it's like he's in Koreatown, block.
Absolutely.
Block.
Silver Lake, baby, my passport can't get stamped.
Like, okay, I could drive to his house, circle the block for 45 days.
Yeah.
And then you better hope that
thing makes me softer than looking for parking.
No. And then you Uber, it's such a crapshoot.
I will only Uber if I know that or that is going,
They better have the portfolio.
Yeah. If you're the portfolio, then yes.
Do you voice verify? Do you do a little like catfish prevention?
I don't really, so my thing about voice verifying is that I feel like people have like
they try to butch it up.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't need...
I'm a gay man, but I don't watch Drag Race, and I don't know who Ethel Merman is.
It's that energy. I'm like, I don't give a
I love to chop wood. Come over and my butt.
It's that. And I don't, I'm like, I love a soft voice. So I don't do that, but I do, I love an Instagram verification.
What if it's like, he looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson? It's like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to come to Koreatown and my up.
Honestly hot.
Like really up.
I always say the bigger they are, the more muscular are, the more bottom they are.
Hey,
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, which I don't mind.
Who won't you? Any hookup pet peeves that we haven't already covered?
Pet peeves that we haven't covered.
No blowing on the carpet.
No blowing on the carpet.
Blurry pics that have nothing to do with your sexuality.
Absolutely. Honestly, just like literally being like if you are rude or mean to other people or to me, that seems, even in just like a Grindr conversation, I know immediately.
We've got some pretty concerning MRSA.
MRSA? What's a MRSA?
Oh, it's a horrible staph infection.
I thought it was a bag.
Oh, no.
It sounded like a bag.
No, that's a MRSA.
A MRSA. Okay, a MRSA. Okay, yes.
What other deal breakers do you have? Mine is...
Tell me.
It has to do with hair.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of body hair.
Okay.
I would pay $3.5 million if tomorrow all the hair from here down was gone on my body.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you sugar your hole?
I zap it with a weird Instagram scammer machine.
Okay. I used to sugar for a little bit because a partner wanted it.
It's waxing it's great. It really gives you about a week of softness.
Yeah.
It's a full fantasy vacation.
It really
and then
is.
It's back to reality.
There's something very like powerful about it too. Just like this like hairless hole in the wind.
It's extremely powerful.
Yeah.
I went psychotic after the first time I did it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I need to be naked all the time.
It was very much like me bouncing on a lot of, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But I also love hair. It doesn't, my deal breaker is bad kissing.
Now, what constitutes a bad kisser? Because when people say bad kisser,
talk about it.
Kissing is a contract between two people.
Okay.
And there's no kissing Olympics.
Sometimes 3, sometimes 4.
Yes.
But
you know what I mean? It's like, what do you prefer in a kisser?
So when I say a bad kisser, it's somebody who is not in that contract between the two of us.
They're not on the level.
Yeah, they're like kissing an idea of something, and so there's not a dance. Yeah, like your tongue is in my nose. I don't understand if like my whole mouth is now wet.
They're in a face eating contest.
Yes,
and yours is the face.
And I have these big lips, and so sometimes people with smaller lips really feel like they have to. And I call them salmon because it's just like they're gasping for air, and it's just like
swimming upstream.
Yeah, and you're just like.
Do you politely and coach them on how like, hey, maybe stop doing that and then listen to these suggestions, which I'm about to provide?
I wish I was that evolved. I just kind of move us to other things,
like,
and then
let's just do blowjobs.
Yeah, then I'm like, okay, that person is not for me.
I got hit with the truth a few times.
Yeah,
because I was like, horny as hell.
Yeah,
like I mean, like it was like I had one chance to for the rest of my life, and this was it.
Okay,
I lunged at the man like I was on death row.
Yeah,
and I went a little crazy on his face. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, I know. Okay, I'm sorry.
We're excited.
And then I went down tempo.
Well, that's good. I mean, the communication is important. That is the most important thing. So yeah, I actually try to match their rhythm. So I should say more things, but I don't want to interrupt the mood. So I'm like just trying to change my rhythm to match theirs.
Two salmon swimming upstream at each other.
I mean, well, if we're both salmon, then I'm sure we're having a good time.
What about this?
Tell me.
Too often we hear, oh, he's a terrible kisser.
Yes.
Well, did you say anything? No.
No. Yeah. You know what? Well, let's talk about it. Let's unpack that. Let's open that box. Why do people not say anything? Because it feels like it might ruin the mood. You're afraid of rejecting. It's very vulnerable.
It's sensitive.
It's also like kissing is like usually the very first kind of thing that we're doing.
It's also a very changeable, modifiable activity. Like when my boyfriend said, you smell like
Yeah.
that hurt me to the core.
You know, when he said,
Like, you smell like the cat's
okay.
He's like, I like stank, but this is a bridge too far.
Okay.
I shut him out. I dumped him.
Yes, of course, as you should.
And
It's
it
not how you
scarred
should
me
have said
for
it.
life.
Yeah.
But it got me showering.
It got you showering.
Yeah.
And so we thank him.
But if someone was like, it was like, wow, you kiss like you are trying to prove a point to a
Right.
dictator in another country or something like that. Like there's so many different ways to like explore different techniques.
How would you like to be told?
I would like to be told, it's like, oh, I love your body so much.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could like maybe stop. I don't need your tongue like down into my stomach. And I don't like when you like grab my cheeks and do this, you know. Like, I don't know. You just like give those suggestions.
Yeah, sure.
Eyes open or closed?
Closed. If I open my eyes and you're like,
I got them wide
Girl,
open. I'm
really?
bug-eyed. Oh yeah,
Why?
I gotta keep. I gotta.
oh, sure, the trauma of it
You never know
all.
where you are. You know, like anything could happen. I don't like
Yeah.
the whole. Like I'm just confrontational. Okay,
I love it. Okay, work.
we gotta go. Why did you get married?
Really simply because, if anything happens, I just need him to have the rights to,
You want that legally binding contract.
Yeah, but I don't subscribe to the institution of marriage, and I actually hate that people value a married couple more than a couple could be together for 10 years and I'm unmarried, a day married, and we're like, oh yes, take care of them. And I hate
succeeded.
Yeah,
it's like, well, we've been living in like harmony and like absolute like
joy and bliss, and we're talking,
cohabitating for 12 years. So
Yeah.
you flops are going to get divorced next year. So yeah,
Yeah, there's too much of a value on that.
what about like the pomp and circumstance of a giant wedding? Does that have any appeal?
If you got the money, sure. But like, if I'm like, I always think like, why are we going into debt before we start our life together? That seems crazy to me. When we were planning our wedding, which we never had when we just did like a ceremony, the chairs were like $10,000. I was like, I have student loan debt. I'm not paying $10,000 for
We're going
chairs.
to IKEA.
Come on.
We're getting stools. We're
getting
returning them.
at IKEA. Get everybody to come to IKEA.
Yeah, this showroom. Oh my God!
Everybody show up dressed up.
Bring a little tablecloth if you can, and then just be ready to bounce if we need to.
Section. Exactly. We'll go from section to section. Go to the little cafeteria. Get your food. Period. Yes. No. Save your money.
Prenup.
We didn't do one.
That's romantic.
We didn't have. Yes, I agree. No, we didn't. I didn't have anything for him to take. So
Fierce. That could all change.
That could change.
Yeah, but you're
we're
nice.
polyamorous, so it's fine.
Oh, you're poly too?
Yeah, we're poly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you are not. I don't strike you. You don't strike me as a jealous person.
I'm not. Which is wild.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
really
have
happy
any
about that.
character defects at all?
I do, for sure.
What? You can't spell Czechoslovakia?
I really can't.
That's it. That's all.
I'm stubborn sometimes. I like to stay home a lot of times.
Wow, these are really these are shameful indictments. Sometimes I just stay home. Sometimes I like to get my way, but I'm also yielding when I need to. It's like
It's true. I like my way sometimes. I'm very particular about what I'm low maintenance in that I will do it for myself, but I am particular about what I like and what I don't like.
discerning.
Yeah. I got clarity. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I do. What is your Chinese zodiac?
My Chinese zodiac. Am I a rabbit or a pig?
Were you
I'm May 20th, 1987.
87?
That's rabbit.
Only there was a way we could check. Oh, hold on.
I think it's a rabbit.
I just got to check really quick. This is I don't do LA astrology anymore, but this is very important to me. 1986.
7.
Oh, 87. Rabbit. And
rabbit,
you
right?
are the 87, the fire rabbit.
What does that mean?
It means you're a rabbit and you're on fire. And this is the year of the dragon, so you're safe.
Okay, work.
Because fire,
Okay, work. Oh, yeah, got it.
This is not my year, as I've been told by my psychic witch friend many, many times.
What are you?
A water dog.
What's a water dog? It's a
dog
dog
who is
in water.
wet. Yeah.
Got it.
But she called every once in a while. I call her maybe like every 6 weeks. She's like, just a reminder, this is not your year. I was like, thank you. She's like, well.
Just out of the blue phone call.
I share a small success. She's like, well, enjoy it while it lasts, because this is not your year. It's crazy.
That's a crazy reminder. It keeps you grounded, though.
It does keep me grounded.
Yeah.
Witchcraft, very grounded.
I love it.
So what are your tips for people who may want to enter an open relationship? Let me paint you a picture.
Yes, do it.
My name is Gwen. I'm happily married to Rick.
Okay.
3 years.
Great.
He is not as freaky as I am.
Okay.
He's totally okay with me exploring.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Hi, Gwen.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel seen. Thank you.
First and foremost, communication. So I think like talking about what your needs are and I always say over communicate. I like to say the obvious. What is it that you need? What are your fears? What are your expectations? And build a blueprint with your partner. I think the mistake that people make is there's an idea of what it should look like. And they're like, oh, we should be like them. It's like, no, we're the ones in this relationship. So
he says he doesn't mind, but I suspect that he has a very deep-seated and strong fantasy of being by 3 of the neighborhood men.
So we got to ask
Should
him.
I broach that? Should I just bring him over and be like, oh my gosh, whoa.
Whoa, I have...
Holy these 3 naked guys are here. What do you think about that?
I'm going to leave.
Should I tie you up and make you watch it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's boundaries and communication,
Boundaries,
right?
communication is mostly what it is.
Do you think gay people do it better? Or queer people?
I think queer people do it better, yes. I think because queer people have had to interrupt the pattern anyway. Like societal...
We're not slaves to that blueprint.
Maybe it doesn't work. And I always say draft the blueprint in pencil so that you can erase it. I think so much, this is sex and our lives. We do it in Sharpie and paint it in, and there's kind of no room for magic or evolution. So draft in pencil, and as things work or don't work, you shift. I think that's the other thing, like be open to exploration. So people have, oh, I don't like this, or I'd never do that. It's like, did you ever try it?
Yeah.
Try it, safely try it, and you might not like it, and that's okay, but you also might discover that you love it. And so now you get to readjust the blueprint and say, actually, I do love this thing.
Yeah, I haven't, like, there's things that I never thought I would like.
Yeah. Like what? If you don't mind sharing.
No, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And I don't want to keep talking about shit, but like, when, like a fart, clean
fart, yeah. Just air.
It's a sound effect.
Yes.
It's like, Kaya has a song called Make That Talk.
Yeah.
Love it. It's like, she's like, we're done with making it clap.
Yeah.
We want to hear some conversation
Absolutely.
from that.
I love when an talks.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's just like, it's a very natural physical, it's physics.
Yeah.
Physics,
there's some air comes out. Yeah, I'm
love
with you
that.
on that. Yeah.
Love that. I don't want to get too carried away.
Sure.
And I don't want them to like.
I do love when it talks back. It's
it's like, oh my God.
Hi, we're
how
here.
are you?
We're doing the thing. Absolutely.
But I don't love nipple torture.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I have to leave a movie if there's nipple torture.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have any trauma with nipple stuff?
No.
I have my nipple pierced. This one. I know.
My nipples are not wired. They're dead.
God.
I have dead.
So like
useless
no
nipples.
playing with nipples.
No, they're like, I'm like, oh my God.
They don't do anything.
Do something
My
else
nipples
to
are
my
so
brows.
sensy.
Yeah, and
to my brows. Dead.
Are your nipples sensitive?
Very sensy. Yes.
So jealous of that.
I'm very happy about it.
Yes, you should be.
Yeah.
My friend, let's call him Ian.
Okay, Ian.
If you approach his nipples within like 1 inch, he will literally just spray everywhere.
I'm not that sensitive, but I do envy that.
God, that's like
Although
Merlin the Wizard.
But it's kind of annoying because then like if anything rubs against it, which fabric.
Oh my God.
You're always
indescribable pleasure.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
So
I guess
tough.
in the DMV that would be weird. After all of your touring through the world, I have questions.
Touring.
Which place or which city have you found had the highest concentration of tree trunk, huge, big, giant?
Madrid.
Oh, Madrid, not Barcelona.
I haven't been to Barcelona, so maybe. But I definitely, it was like every,
Love Madrid.
like they
Love
just were
Madrid.
handing out big
And they're so great, hot and sexy.
They're hot and sexy, and they're like lovers. You know what I'm saying? Like they love sex.
Yeah.
And I feel like every it was just like no matter who you talk to.
You got to get in that Barcelona gig.
Okay, that's what I hear. That's the next.
You will be plugged up.
I like to be plugged up, baby.
Now, which place have you found the largest concentration of folks? Trifling. broke down skeezers and skanks and losers and horrible people.
I don't. I would say our hometown here in Los Angeles.
It's a pretty place.
Yeah. I mean, there's some lovely people.
Lovely
some
people.
wonderful
There's some great neighborhoods.
There's some beautiful gowns.
Not Koreatown. Yeah. No, it's a tough place. I mean, it is a tough place because there's so many transplants.
Yes. It's coming from different places. What they're, you know what it is that everyone comes from their being rejected where they were, and I think they come here and we reject each other, which is, I have empathy for it because I'm like, I get it. Like everyone just, like you go to like high tops and you're like, wow, there's a lot of broken hearts here. People are like hurt. But you know, it still ends up being not great behavior. Yeah.
I'll put Panama City Beach on blast.
Oh, yes.
Horrible, brown tooth motherfuckers. I hope I never go back there as far as
We
long
never
as
go
I
back there.
live.
It sounds awful.
Good though.
Oh, great.
And so let's see. If you had to live somewhere, if you had to move tomorrow, money's no object.
Yeah.
But you have to spend the rest of your life in a city outside of the United States, where would you go?
It's going to be Amsterdam. I love Amsterdam.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It's quaint. Flat.
Rotten weather though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I have to figure out, the weather stuff. But I just love that people like get dressed up and ride bikes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to like the restaurant, the theater, decked out.
Everything but a car.
Everything but a car.
They got bikes, scooters, mopeds, motorcycles.
Covered
wagon.
Flying contraptions.
Yeah. Helicopters.
Yeah.
Like everything except a car.
They don't want that car. They don't love it. It keeps them agile.
Yeah.
And they be out there too.
And they be tall and they be hot.
They be like,
and when they speak Dutch, it sounds like Klingon.
They didn't speak much to me. But we didn't do much talking, so.
Hello. Okay. God, it's like Beavis and Butthead. Okay. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Never have I ever met a person so dignified, compelling, titillating, beautiful, tall,
That's important.
magnanimous, comprehensive, spurious.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that word means.
It doesn't matter. It's perfect.
Where did the children find you on the information super
Oh
highway?
they can find me on
What's your ad?
What's my ad?
Tell me.
They can find me on Instagram at Brandon Kyle Goodman or my website, BrandonKyleGoodman.com, or my podcast, Tell Me Something Messy.
Tell me something messy.
Yeah.
Please, not about shit.
But you could.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Preferred.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, so Fire Rat?
Fire Rabbit.
Sorry. Fire Rabbit, Water Dog.
Water Dog.
What are you? We'll decide next week. Thanks so much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, baby. Yeah.